Look at her, the barren woman. She's cursed.
They cursed her for being barren, not knowing she was carrying twins blessed by the river goddess. I still remember the look on her face that day. The shame, the hurt, the frustration. But none of us knew the truth. We all thought she was cursed, just like they said. We were wrong. It was a hot, dusty afternoon in our small village. I was sitting by the old baobab tree, watching the villagers gather by the well. That's when I saw her, Oma, the woman they called barren. She walked by, head bowed, avoiding everyone's eyes. The whispers started immediately. Did you hear? She's been married for years, and still no children. It's a curse, no doubt. She must have angered the spirits. No children, no future. I felt my stomach tighten. The way they looked at her, like she wasn't even human. But there was something about Oma that made her stand out. She had this quiet strength in her, even when everyone around her was quick to judge. Her husband, Chaik, stood beside her always, though he wasn't much of a speaker. I'd seen him give her that silent, almost pitying look every time someone cursed her name. One evening, everything changed. It started like any other day. The sun dipped low, casting long shadows across the village. I was outside, watching the goats graze, when I saw Oma again, walking toward the river. That's when I decided to follow her. I don't know what came over me, but curiosity got the best of me. I kept my distance, staying hidden behind the tall grass as she neared the riverbank. I heard her whisper something, soft like a prayer, as she knelt beside the water. Then something strange happened. The water began to ripple, as if something was rising from the depths. Oma's voice grew louder, more urgent. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the water. It was the river goddess herself, shimmering in the fading light. Her eyes locked with Oma's, and I swear, the earth itself seemed to hold its breath. The goddess spoke, her voice like the rustling of leaves. Your time has come, Oma. The twins you carry are destined for greatness. You are not cursed. You are chosen. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Twins. Chosen. Oma. Before I could make sense of it all, the river goddess vanished into the water. Oma rose slowly, her face glowing with something I'd never seen before, joy, maybe even relief. She turned and walked away, heading back to the village. But this time, something was different. She held her head high. The next few days were filled with whispers. Rumors spread faster than wildfire. Oma's carrying twins, people said. The river goddess has blessed her. But it wasn't all good news. Some still refused to believe, cursing her and calling her liar. But Oma didn't care. She just smiled, a secret smile that made her look like she knew something we didn't. Weeks passed, and Oma's belly began to grow. The whispers grew louder. Some women, who had been her worst critics, started to change their tune. They would smile at her, pat her belly, tell her how lucky she was. But I could see the jealousy in their eyes. Then came the day she went into labor. The whole village gathered at her hut. Chaik was outside pacing, his face pale with worry. Inside, Oma was screaming, her voice echoing through the walls. I was there, standing outside, feeling like I couldn't breathe. The women were rushing in and out, their faces grim. The village healer, Mama Neka, was in there with her, and I could hear her muttering prayers under her breath. Hours passed. The tension in the air thickened. Then, finally, the door opened. Mama Neka stepped out, holding 2 small bundles in her arms. She looked at us, her face pale. They are here, she said, her voice low. 2 healthy children, just as the goddess promised. I couldn't believe my ears. The twins were real. Oma wasn't lying. But the shock didn't end there. The real twist came when Mama Neka said something I'll never forget. Oma is special, she whispered, looking around at the crowd. She wasn't just chosen by the river goddess. These children, they will change everything. The room fell silent. The crowd, who had been cursing her just weeks before, now stood in awe. Some even started to cry, realizing they had been wrong about her all along. But what about me? I was still in shock. I never thought I'd see the day when Oma, the so-called curse woman, would be the one everyone looked to for guidance. As the days passed, Oma's twins grew stronger, and so did the rumors. Some said the children had powers, others said they were the reincarnation of ancient ancestors. I didn't know what to believe, but what I did know was that Oma was no longer the woman we once cursed. She became a symbol of hope. A reminder that sometimes, the very people we look down on are the ones who hold the greatest secrets. And me. I learned the hardest lesson of all, that it's easy to judge, but much harder to understand. So next time, when you see someone being judged, remember Oma. She taught me that no matter how dark things seem, there's always a light waiting to be discovered. Remember to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to share this story with your friends. You never know, someone might need to hear it today. And if you want to hear more amazing African folktales, make sure to subscribe. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.